Gigabyte.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am BDLM, coming with my buddy J4Y, bringing you the grand final of the Rising Star Qualifier leading into the GEST. This is Flash versus SpaceMonkey. What's going on, man?
We are here.
We made it.
We made it to the finals. Well, I guess they did too. So we should give them a little bit of props. Yeah, SpaceMonkeys versus Flash.Esports. We just came off a pretty amazing win from Flash.Esports, really pushing in and doing a lot of work. But SpaceMonkeys came from the winner bracket. They have a one-game advantage in this best of three. So all they need to do is win one game. But can they do it is the question.
Yeah, I mean, Flash, like you said, just showed us an amazing game. They won handedly, played it perfectly, I would say. And, you know, it's really anybody's game. I mean, both these teams have played really well. And honestly, no matter what, I have just gotten so interested in these teams, this area of play. It's just so different from some of the styles we're used to seeing. It's just really aggressive play, and I love it to death. And I know that well after this is done, after GEST is done, I'm going to be looking at these teams and watching them, and you all should too. And of course, you're welcome to check out our VODs and VODs that Gods and Shiver have as well. But no, right now, this is the finals. We got Lycanthrope, we got Darkseer banned out by Flash. On the other side of the board, Invoker and Chaos Knight.
Yep. Definitely makes a lot of sense. And, you know, I'm sure these teams were tuning in. I'm sure SpaceMonkeys was watching Flash play, believe it or not. The Chaos Knight ban, pretty solid against them. He obviously was lining up a lot of stuns with that Leshrac. And I was going back before, I was like, why haven't we seen Leshrac picked up? And for good reason, look how much he did in that game. He got that Bloodstone early, had up to like 19 charges or something insane at the end of the game. Of course, the Bounty Hunter, too. Can't count him out, how much work he was doing.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of beat a dead horse last game and just talking about how much he was able to do to get them global gold. But, you know, that's the thing. It wasn't like, okay, there's an anti-mage on the other side of the board. If we just kill him, everybody else is fodder. We can win this. We're going up against 3 semi-carry heroes who are all almost equally fed. And then beyond that, we have support heroes who are doing just fine too, have items of their own. And so where we saw a fast early pick of the Templar Assassin last game, we see that again this time coming from SpaceMonkeys. They're going to take that Templar Assassin, and the question is going to be, do we see her in that solo mid like we typically see her, or do we see her like we did last game in that tri-lane securing herself farm?
Yeah, I mean, obviously securing her farm is always a great idea. She did get a Blink Dagger relatively quickly, so it would have been nice, except you know, as soon as she got it, it seemed that's when all the team fights started happening, and she wasn't able to gank anyone with it, you know, proving to not really be that effective. Templar Assassin without ganking, while it can be effective if you can group them all together, she still wasn't able to, I don't know, get that burst damage she really needed to early in the game.
Yeah, now see, this is interesting. We see the Venomancer first pick coming
Leshrac
up right away. That's what I was wondering. It's like, do you see the Leshrac? But the question is then, can Flash play the Leshrac in multiple roles? Because this could also be SpaceMonkeys, like you said. They might have been watching the last game. They would have been like, let's see if we can bait them into doing a similar style play so that we already know what the game plan is. We already know who they're looking to pick, and they are going to do that. They are going to go for Leshrac. So maybe now the SpaceMonkeys have a little bit of an advantage in this draft. They know the type of draft that Flash is going to try and do, and they might be able to ban against it in the second stage.
I mean, it's definitely a possibility, but those two heroes are so effective against TA, you know, making her not nearly as strong or tanky without those refraction charges. She's such a squishy AGI hero without them, you know. It's like pulling someone's pants down in front of a big speech, you know. I don't know why, but that's what comes to my mind when I think of without refraction charges. But, well, you know, it happens to the best of us. It might have happened once to me, but, you know, either way, actually it probably didn't. But we're going back into these next two picks, and SpaceMonkeys, I'm interested to see, are they going Lone Druid and, you know, maybe a support here or what?
I mean, I think that was a big part of the problem last game, was the Lone Druid still needed to be protected at this point in the game. And like we've seen throughout this entire qualifiers, it's a lot of aggressive play. And so I don't think you can pick a hero like Lone Druid who's going to have to sit back, who's going to need space. I think would benefit from having someone like a Chaos Knight, like a Morphling, for instance, who, they could easily run in a safe lane, or they could look to run the Templar Assassin safe lane, but they're going to have, kind of like we had 2 games ago, where it was the Void from the Night Stalker and the Waveform. They're going to have that 1-2 punch between the Templar Assassin and the Morphling, where they can just ensure that they're going to go into fights with an early advantage.
Yeah, that's definitely a lot to consider. And of course, last game, it can't be exactly the same draft because Chaos Knight was banned out. And actually, Tidehunter, I think, was the ban instead, so now he's in the game. And now they've got a little bit of positioning and team fight set up with that hero. I really do like that pickup. Should help them out a good amount because they had the Crystal Main we saw with the TA last time, who was able to maybe freeze up a hero here or there, but not really able to do something on the scale of Ravage.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, that's such an effective ultimate. It's going to be a great addition to the SpaceMonkey team, and now they have reliable crowd control, and they have a lot of damage as well. Brewmaster's going to get picked up by Flash, and this is going to give them a lot of mid-game control. So right around the time when Templar Assassin and Morphling start to pick up, Brewmaster's going to be able to get in there. He's going to be able to split. He's going to be able to throw some rocks, knock some people up inside Cyclones. He's going to be able to chase low-health people around with that Fire Elemental. So he's going to be a very disruptive force in these fights, and we'll have to see if that's something that SpaceMonkeys can deal with.
Wow. We've seen him banned in so many games in the second round of bans. This time getting through in the pool, we'll have to see exactly how well they use it. Maybe they're going to go a Brew Vino now instead of that Chaos Knight Vino. Still pretty effective. Of course, the stun is a lot more reliable of a CC, but still it can be really nice to have. And like you said, if he goes Aghanims, those things last forever, those Brewlings, and they just are such an annoying pain in the butt to deal with. So, yeah, actually Enigma banned out. So they do not want them to get that team fight on Flash.
Yeah, that's really interesting. That's a hero that I really haven't seen too much so far in this qualifier, but they're going to ban out regardless. They're going to ban out the Disruptor, actually, as well. Flash going to get rid of that hero. Not interested in the Glimpse, and again, it's just really interesting to see how integral that hero really is in this qualifier. He's been banned or picked, I want to say, most of the games so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially against some of these teams. I think they all really do like that Disruptor, and for good reason. The Glimpse just proves to be such a great ability if you can use it right. So I definitely understand. Of course, the Static Storm, too. Don't count that out. You get silenced up before you can Waveform or Meld or Refraction or Ravage. Yeah, you don't want to be against that.
Hey, I've got an idea. Let's not get Epicenter this game. Don't want to have to deal with that. Of course, actually, Sand King, really good hero as well against a Templar Assassin with the ultimate. Just melt those refraction sacks yet again. Trying to get rid of these heroes that would have an early advantage against her. And of course, just negating the giant team fight potential of Flash. They already have so much of it, and I think that's why you see the Sand King and the Enigma banned out. This Flash team really starting to look like one of those teams that would just roll around in a ball and just go uncontested. Now it's back on SpaceMonkeys. They have to go into their 4th pick. What kind of heroes do you think they're looking to pick up at this point?
They've got the carry. They've got a mid hero. They have a support too. So maybe a Windrunner would add to their lineup here. Get that Shackle for some CC. A good side lane solo, honestly, might be a nice choice. Or Queen of Pain could be another decent choice for the side lane solo. Bounty Hunter actually not picked or banned yet. Definitely an option.
Yeah, and the other hero I was thinking of, one of the very last ban last game was Chen, actually. Haven't seen him, haven't seen the Enchantress. Beastmaster is going to be picked up. Fantastic pickup. I really do like the Beastmaster with the carry heroes like Morphling and Templar Assassin. Just give him a little bit extra attack speed with that Inner Beast. And that's, of course, going to lock down somebody like Brewmaster. If they keep him under wraps, they don't let him split. That really stops Flash from doing what they want to do to try and create a lot of chaos inside the fights.
Very interesting, Beastmaster. If they can get a roar down on Leshrac or Brewmaster during that fight, make sure they can't get all their spells off, especially Brewmaster. If they can lock him down with like a Ravage and a roar from Beastmaster and kill him in time, that's a huge, huge advantage for them. And now Flash is going to get that Bounty Hunter again. So this lineup, replace Brewmaster with Chaos Knight, you've got the same recipe for destruction, if not more of a threat with that Brewmaster.
Yeah, I think the Brewmaster is really going to be very similar to the Chaos Knight, and also the fact that he's going to be looking to get that Blink Dagger, so he's going to be able to jump in on people, really help initiate for the team. He's going to be a durable hero, and he's going to be even like you were saying, more chaotic just because when he splits up, he's going to be able to go for 3 different people. He's going to be able to use different crowd control effects. Whereas the Chaos Knight's really about trying to go for that one person and just try and burst them down.
Definitely should be interesting to see how it goes. You'd probably assume me go for that Blink Dagger, probably one of his first items. Lina coming out, making her debut today, and this is going to be a game for it for sure. Bursting down heroes like Vino or Bounty Hunter really quickly, not a lot of health. Using that ultimate can be really a nice combo, and it's another AoE stun, which of course is always helpful to have on a team.
Yeah, I mean, hers is obviously a little bit harder to hit than some other ones. There really isn't anything on this SpaceMonkey team that's going to be able to drag everybody together. There's no Darkseer or anything. But it's, like you said, another stun. And it's, again, I think a lineup that we've sort of seen before where it's all about going for one person, really. There's a little bit of AoE potential, but it's really about just trying to take one person out. You start these fights 5 versus 4. You just secure your advantage that way, and you don't have to be as concerned with it. Like you said, Venomancer, Leshrac, pretty squishy. And even when we're talking about the Beastmaster all being dropped on Brewmaster, if Lina's with him, they're just going to be able to ensure that he goes down that much easier with the Laguna Blade ultimate.
Yeah, definitely a lot of good options. They're going into the reserve time now for their last pick. 35 seconds. What do they need? Bounty Hunter, I would have to assume, going to go in that long lane. Leshrac, of course, going to probably just need a support then. You know, they need one more to tie this all together. Who is it going to be is the question.
You know, I'm not really sure. It could be a jungler, or it could be some kind of support, depending on how they want to run their lanes. They could run that Leshrac. Oh, they actually are going to go for the Lone Druid. So, yeah, now I'm actually really curious to see how they look to do this. They could very easily make a tri-lane around Brewmaster if they wanted to. They could run the Lone Druid in the jungle if they wanted to. They have some flexibility in their lineup. As for the other side of the board, I'm also a little bit curious about that. I imagine we'll see a tri-lane out of them, the Lina, the Tidehunter, maybe the Morphling or the Templar Assassin. It'll be interesting to see how these teams go up against one another, and that when one team sees the other team, do they go, let's switch this up a little bit. I don't know if I like the way this is set up. Let's move some heroes around. It'll be interesting to watch.
Yeah, I called support. Of course, I'm completely wrong. Unless it's support Lone Druid.
Could be.
Never know, but probably not. Yeah, so I'll go over Flash again really quickly since we just did them. It's going to be KS on this Lone Druid. We're going to have Milligan going on this Leshrac. Hang KY on Venomancer. Sinister on the Brewmaster. And then finally DSF once again playing that Bounty Hunter.
Awesome. Is going to be taking the Morphling for SpaceMonkeys. DDDX Forever Love is going to be taking that Tidehunter. Bun Bun is going to be playing our Beastmaster. Dan is, of course, going to be taking that Templar Assassin. And B-Boy is going to be on that Lina.
God, you were making me jump around all over the map for those. But
oh,
well, your order was interesting. But that's okay. We've got them all 10 covered. So no big deal. Yes, the Spirit Bear will be scouting out in the woods. You see the tri-lane that is going on. Tidehunter, Lina, Morphling. That is very, very scary. And it's against a Bounty Hunter. So Bounty Hunter obviously just going to be shadow walking and hoping that they don't have too much detection. You see already, of course, the Sentry Wards are bought up on Lina. But they're going to use this bear to pull for the Bounty Hunter, so we can kind of have not too much fear. They're hoping, or maybe he's just going to chill here. Actually, just take a little beating here.
Yeah, interesting. Might not have been paying attention right there that second. But, again, this is a position where the Bounty Hunter does have that Quelling Bait, so he could, like we were saying in true EG style, go the demon route, dig himself into some trees. It looks like he might just leave. He might not want to mess with this at all. Maybe they're looking to switch the lanes. We'll have to wait and see when this settles in. But we are going to have a similar middle lane to last game and having the Venomancer supporting a sort of semi-carry middle for Flash. But this time it's going to be the Brewmaster, and they're going to have to go up against that solo Templar Assassin. In the bottom lane, like you said, we're going to have that tri-lane, the Lina, the Morphling, as well as the Tidehunter uncontested for the moment. As up top, it's going to be Lone Druid with Leshrac support, so a little bit different there out of this Flash lineup.
Yeah, absolutely, but this is what Flash wanted mid. Last game they put the Veno mid, assuming the TA was going to be there. Wasn't there, but now guess what? She is here, and they're going to have the Veno for. He's probably going to put the Poison Sting as second point and just really harass her with all this dot damage. Make sure those refraction charge stats are always off. There we go, the Gale's up. It's already gone, as you can see. He actually went first point Drunken Haze, not going the Thunderclap. Are they going to get the kill? One more auto attack might do it. Yeah, the Venomancer's going to get it. And Brewmaster, with the skin of his teeth, is going to survive.
Wow, yeah, that's really interesting. They look to get that Drunken Haze first level. Luckily, Brewmaster has a South, so he's going to be able to get himself back into the fight. But, I mean, just showing you how powerful the Venomous Gale is. And, of course, you actually get the slow component out of that Drunken Haze. So, really just looking to combo together the really long duration slows, the very powerful slows, to get the kills on the Templar.
And look at this ward. No ancient stacks for you, I'm afraid, Beastmaster. Really good job there, having the presence of mind to have that. Split Earth coming out, actually landing. He's got the Diabolic Edict, but there's a lot of creeps. He's just doing this purely for harass against Bun Bun. And, you know, he's in a little bit of trouble here. Without ancient stacking, and without being able to really be close to these creeps, he's going to just really fall behind, unlike Bounty Hunter, who can just shadow walk around and get experience, although that's not really... What is he doing? Is he just roaming? Why is he at 140 health? He must have been creeping.
Yeah, he did walk himself up into the jungle top. Just really wanted to get himself whatever experience he could. Realized he couldn't do anything down here. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be a tough game for him. But, you know, last game it was the exact same situation. He was in a really rough position. Just tried to make the most of it. And was actually able to come back to be one of the most farmed heroes on the map. And really help carry the game to the end. So we'll have to wait and see how that's going. So far, though, it looks like we're going to have Morphling with the most farm. He's 14-8 right now. Lone Druid's going to be second there with 13-3. And Brewmaster in third, 8-3. And the Templar Assassin, again, taking a lot of damage. Now we have the Thunderclap, actually, level 2 on that. They're going to have enough damage to take out Dan. Dan trying to get the last hit with the Brewmaster. The tower is going to do it. And the Templar Assassin will actually get credit for that kill. That will at least be a little bit better for the Templar Assassin than last time.
Wow, at least yeah, he gets a little bit of revenge there, but this poor Templar Assassin up against a very brutal combo by herself. A lot to deal with, and she doesn't even have a point in meld yet either, which is a little strange, but I guess when you compare it up to Venomancer and Brewmaster, both can hit her with spells that don't require to target her. So, you know, maybe not necessarily going to be the best defensive measure for her.
Wow, I just noticed Lena actually had an illusion rune, runs it into the common spots and down here along the bottom lane where she expected this bounty hunter to be hiding with that Quelling Blade, just such heads-up play, expecting that from him. Luckily he was up in the jungle, isn't going to get caught out there, but just really smart play by B-Boy there, being aware that that's a possibility.
Yeah, absolutely. Meanwhile, Beastmaster finally level 2, getting the aura for the Inner Beast. And they actually did counter ward, as you can see, but look at this Plague Ward.
Yep.
Just chilling out here, making sure nothing happens, for sure. And, you know, that's really just a smart play. This is what you do against a Beastmaster side lane solo. If you keep those Ancients down for the first, I'd say, 10-15 minutes, he might get gagged. Bounty Hunter coming in. I don't know if this Beastmaster is aware or not. The Janata will at least give him a minor slow. But if he gets caught out here, it's going to be really, really unfortunate for him. He's already so far behind. No, it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
He's actually going to come down bottom just to basically watch his tower die. There's nothing he's going to be able to do.
TA middle in the meantime, getting initiated on again. They dropped the sentry to give some vision, but she is just taking too much. Venomancer just wants another attack, gets it, but there's a bottle up, and they're going to just need to fall back, so barely surviving.
I mean, they even in that situation, the Dire were able to get something out of the Radiant. They forced them to use the TP and cancel it. Nobody comes in, actually. They really wanted to get that bottom tower, which they do grab, and they're able to save the Templar Assassin middle, but, like I said, able to get something out of that Radiant team nonetheless, and actually Bounty Hunter taking a little bit of damage. Radiant team realized if no one's going to come stop us, let's just keep pushing. Let's continue to get an early game advantage. Awesome, still best farmer in the game, and is helping take down these towers. Really good job there. And now Bounty Hunter being in trouble. Oh, 13 health at one point, and he's still sticking around. A blind Dragon Slave could mean someone's death, but actually it's going to be the death of Beastmaster. We have to notice up in the top lane, the Dire team will look to try and put some pressure up on a tower of their own.
Oh, that deny almost happened. Venomancer does get the kill. You see all those Plague Wards helping out, but bottom tier 2 is gone. And actually, Tidehunter dies to creeps in the tower. That's a misplay.
Yeah, it goes behind the tower to try and make sure that the creeps don't run up to reinforce it. Unfortunately, will fall there. Sitting on a large chunk of money, too. He's got 900 after he reses up, so we'll be able to get himself some boots, which of course he would love. And here we go, just the rebuttal here. The Dire are going to be able to pick something up, and now it looks like Beastmaster in trouble. He does pick up the Venomous Gale. 4 heroes up here to get that kill, and Brewmaster is actually going to grab it, get him closer and closer to his Blink Dagger.
Wow. Good pressure, good gank, and Flash. Once again, off to a great start like last game. You see it's about 1,500 gold, almost 3,000 experience, and now they're going for their tier 2. They have Leshrac, support or not, he's level 5 and has a level 3 Diabolic Edict. So doing exactly what he needs to do. Tidehunter comes out with a Gush. That's about it, though. So this tier 2 tower is gone, giving them quite the tower advantage. Well, not quite. I guess it's 1. But still, helping them out.
Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting here. I mean, there wasn't much done to protect the Dire Tower's bottom, and I think you could say it's because, well, Bounty Hunter has done nothing this game. If they kill these towers, yeah, they get a lot of gold, but now we have space to get farm on our Bounty Hunter. The Radiant thinking maybe the same way, but I think when you consider what a Beastmaster is going to be able to do really late game versus a Bounty Hunter, I think the Dire are certainly welcome to, or happy about this trade. They're going to be able to get the levels up on the Bounty Hunter. They're going to be able to get some farm up on him. It looks like he's building a Bracer. He is going to be moving towards that Drum of Endurance yet again.
Yeah, similar build coming out. And Beastmaster, yeah, look at their CS. It's about 14 different from here. And Bounty Hunter's only going to have a better time here. You know, he wants track. He needs 6. Once he gets that, he can really help his teammates out tremendously, giving extra gold, movement speed, you name it. So hoping to come here mid, set up something. There is no tier 1 tower. And actually they're initiating on Brewmaster, who's not 6, and he's dead for it. Tidehunter getting the kill. But now, actually, Bounty Hunter behind, going to finish off this Lina with the help of Venommancer. Now they're going for a second kill. Tidehunter getting annihilated. Going to be a kill for Venommancer. Can TA kill this Vena before she goes down is the question. Needs just a couple more attacks. Not necessarily getting it, though. Her range is great. What a ward block! Look at the Gale! Are they going to finish her? She's spending so much time trying to kill these heroes. Refraction's up. She really needs to get in the Split Earth! She's not going to survive! And oh my god, she escapes.
Yeah. Vino plays. What's up? Amazing. Just amazing play. And again, actually, reminding me of some play earlier where they just kind of dodged around a hero. Actually, we've got to stop because the Morphling getting initiated on here in the middle lane takes a lot of damage. Luckily, the Morphling is hasted. He will be able to get out alive. But just great presence of mind as they stop me again as they look to try and go for some more kills. Actually, it looks like they're going to be able to pick up one in the middle lane, a trade there. Leshrac for Lina. And it looks like Brewmaster convinced he wants to try and go somewhere, but realizes he has to back off. Beastmaster comes down as well. And now they could chase the Brewmaster. Looks like they don't want to. They're happy with that trade, and they're going to back off. But they just knew exactly how far they could push it. Here's coming back in and out, and wow, yeah. Hang KY. Great play.
Fantastic. You love to see the ward blocks. I've seen Demon. Why do we keep saying Demon? He's not the only freaking Veno player in the world. But I guess I've seen him recently, and that's why. Yeah, just any time they use these wards for also movement impairments, in addition to just being good for pushing, you know, they have multiple uses that a lot of people don't consider. But yeah, when you see a play like that, you just have to be amazed at how much knowledge he has to place it there, and you know, use the Gale, and then of course the Bounty Hunter sticking around. Another great reason. He's got track now, so probably means just worse things with this Radiant team.
Yeah, so far 10-3 the Dire advantage. Take a look at the gold graph now, about 4,000 in the advantage of the Dire. Same for the experience, so they have a little bit of a lead here. And yeah, I mean, again, Bounty Hunter, he's actually finished the Drums of Endurance, so he's now finally starting to get off the ground, and Beastmaster, still just sitting on that Soul Ring, has his boots and 800 gold, now actually looking to try and pull these Ancients, trying to get them stacked up to get them back in the game, but clearly the one further behind in the side lane solo.
Oh yeah, Beastmaster, he hasn't done anything. He's not 6. Beastmaster without 6 is like not having an umbrella when it's raining.
It's exactly
it's the
like
opposite.
That.
It's like having an umbrella when it's not raining. No, forget it. You understand what I'm trying to say. The point is, he's worthless, okay? God, that was almost good. I was on the verge of it being good. Rashad getting attempted, getting annihilated, actually, really going down quick. The Radiant wants to do something. Elisha Gray's going to hit a couple of heroes. TA's in the middle of it, but Brew's going to ulti, and they're going to try to make sure they don't get too much, but the Aegis goes down for Lone Druid. Morphling really in the middle of their whole team. Strength morphing, not going to be enough. That TP is not going to happen. Stunned up, and dead. And now in the meantime, Ravage comes out. They want to pick off the Bounty Hunter. Sentry Ward's down. They're going to get it. It's a 2-for-1 trade now, but they're on the retreats. Remember, Lone Druid does have this Aegis. Tidehunter annihilated right here by Brew. Gonna get one more attack on him to finish him off. TA trying to run. Lina, there's the BM ult, saving the day. And Lina is actually apparently going to survive because there is no Blink Dagger. But is Beastmaster going to survive? No, he's not. Wow, another great fight. Flash 13-5.
Oh man, that could have gone.
Oh no! TA! What's the kill on the Shrek? Here goes the slow. He's gonna do one more attack and he gets it, but will he escape this? What a dive. I don't think this is worth it. Oh, gonna meld, take some damage. They're just gonna hang out and she's done.
Yeah, 5 seconds. They're going to have a Venomous Scale coming out from Venomancer, or they could wait 4 seconds for the Thunderclap. No matter who they want it on, they're probably going to be able to get this kill. She tries to run, and that is not worth it at all, I think. I mean, cojones. Truly present on the Templar Assassin, but, you know, getting a kill on Leshrac for that, Leshrac that's been playing support, I don't think worth it.
Yeah, that dive, that was just terribly not worth it, you know. He's not even close. He's got phase boots and a magic. Don't even have a magic wand yet. Not even close to thinking about a Blink Dagger at this point. And you know, just one more reason why they're not. I mean, this is like a repeat of last game, man. It's like almost the same exact thing. You replace a few heroes here and there, but Flash is doing the exact same thing they want to do. You give them this lineup, they're gonna run it the same way and be proud of it.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing, too, to note, I mean, just a little bit of misplay, too, by the Radiant here and there, and they're paying for it. I mean, Bun Bun did that amazing save on B-Boy. That roar came out, saved Lena's life, but then Bun Bun walked towards the lane and basically put himself in danger of being killed, and he did get picked off. And he even wasted a TP on top of that, so really not worth it. And now they're trying to smoke off. They want to try and come around into these Ancients to secure it. They don't want the Dire to have that farm.
No Ravage though, but the Gush is there. Venomancer getting gushed out, plus the trap, a lot of slow. TA finishes the edge. Veno ult goes off, but that is a dead Venomancer for sure. I don't say it's sure exactly. He's not out of the woods yet, and he is gone. Okay, well that's finally a pick off on him. You see this Invis Panda looking for them. Gonna annihilate this Lina, and now she doesn't have his ult though. Brewmaster no ult. Tidehunter going down. TA is trying to duke it out and not gonna win the Shrek. Kenny go down. Wow, does not fall. And now Morphling in some trouble. Does not have mana for Waveform. Trying to use the bottle to get out of here if he can. Gonna use the Ghost Scepter to hold on. He needs 15 more mana. Was he gonna fall to this Bounty Hunter before he... No, he's Strength Morphing now. And that actually is probably the smarter choice, as he should be able to survive this game.
Should, maybe, yeah.
I keep saying definitive things. I'm like, I shouldn't. Not with the way these people are playing.
Yeah, I mean, this is the other problem, too, when you go for that E-Blade. It's, again, similar to the Luna thing. It's like, now Shriek and Toss is going to do so much more damage, because you're going to phase yourself out. So, it's like, going against these agility heroes that also have strong nukes, it's really hard to try and go for that burst build, and you can look and see what the Radiant Ancients look like. Only 2 of them survived, so they were able to get quite a bit of farm, and look, they come right back for him. Venomancer's like, oh, we forgot some guys. Let's pick up these last couple kills, and we'll make sure that Brewmaster's able to pick himself up some more farm. He does have a Blink Dagger now. He does have his Arcane Boots, and that's huge. Now they can be so aggressive. You can see it right here going in on the Templar Assassin. All the dots coming out, the slows, and they get the kill. Oh, just dominant.
This is first big TA when you don't ban Veno or Lesh. You give them both every time, and they're making them pay for it. These heroes, Veno, I mean, Hang H, KYKY playing amazingly this game all around, last game as well, but I mean, it's just so effective against a hero like TA. Without those refraction charges, like I said, incredibly squishy, constantly falling, and of course the way she's building too is basically a glass cannon, so when she doesn't have refraction stacks, she drops quick.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and now I'm just looking at the gold graph reaching 10k right now. Alright, maybe a weird time for the pause, unfortunately, but it's going to come out nonetheless. Tactical pause, of course. About 8,000 experience
See the arrow?
advantage. Yes, it's just, they know exactly what they're doing now. They're just like, you know what, let's just go around, push a different lane, can do it very easily. So hard to contest, and I actually look at the Lone Druid, try and see what he's got up on him. So hard to click the bear, because it does have that Radiance complete. And what's Lone Druid got for himself? Nothing much, so he did just finish that, but I think that's really kind of what pulled the trigger here. And, oh, hey, we have Leshrac, we have Radiance, let's just go for the towers.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely am interested to see how this team fight goes. The question mark flies out, DSF. What's going on, man? Let us push this tower in peace. but they don't want to have any of that. Lena, only level 6. These supports are pretty low level. And we pull up the experience graph, yeah, almost 8 or 9K now in the favor of Flash. Gold graph, about 10,000. So it's just the same story over and over. They get the advantages, they kill Roshan when they should, and then they push these towers and gain map control and win it from there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Roshan's still down for quite a while longer, so, you know, Leshrac did have to use the Aegis, or no, I'm sorry, Lone Druid picked it up, Mabi, still has that on them. They do have that still 6-5 advantage, pretty much, when they're choose team fight, so yeah, I mean, they should absolutely be pressing it. They probably drew that arrow for, like, after this Tier 2's dead, like, okay, well, let's just get the next move plotted out, because we are uncontested.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to see what happens here. Apparently there's an open door, and you never want them to be open. You have to close all doors at a time. So you definitely have good reason to have this pause happen.
Yeah, it's something you have to certainly be aware of and protect against. You know, sometimes you have those French doors. They have the opening top and the bottom, so you have to close the door twice. You know, it's just the whole thing.
It is a whole thing. Can't go.
Can't go. Back to the game. We get to stop being stupid. And now we have the Morphling. He's down in the bottom lane trying to get some farm up on himself in the meantime. That's really the best thing he can do. But yeah, the Dire very clearly going to get this uncontested. Gush comes out. They do have the Ravage available, but they're not going to be able to do anything with it. Trying to pop off the Templar Assassin traps, but nothing's going to come of it. And now you can see, yep, there you go, that Dire squad. They just look to port and run down to that bottom lane. They're just going to look to push the next one.
I mean, I like the Radiant lineup a lot. You know, Ravage plus Morphling TA, they've got a lot of damage. Beastmaster too, they should have a lot of control in these fights. But I think they keep getting picked off. Bounty Hunter, once again, a great scout for their team. Able to find them ahead of time. And then, you know, once they get that jump on someone, they really have to react and usually fall behind at that point.
Yeah, and I think this is, if you guys have been tuning in our stream, the last game we saw Templar Assassin who got free farm, no levels. This time you have a Templar Assassin who was mid to try and get the levels, but was just completely shut down. Doesn't even go for the Blink Dagger this game. Has to rush that BKB, is just not feeling safe at all against these spells. So it's kind of like, you know, the roles are reversed here, and you see it's really the Templar Assassins that can get off to that rolling start that are really the ones that, you know, come to full strength and are the ones that become uncontestable in the mid and later part of the game.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and it's just been that story as well. Like you said, Flash really knows how to shut down a TA. That's why they don't ban it. You know, they're not afraid of it. Clearly, they have a good game plan, sending that Vino plus someone else against her, and obviously doing a lot of work. They picked her off a couple times early on, and now it's a tower trade. Obviously, in the favor of Flash, though, Tier 2 already gone. Tier 1 getting protected. They're going to start TPing back, and they do. They want this tower first, though, but this tower's, in the meantime, bottom, already starting to get pressure. Druid's going in, getting kind of annihilated, to be honest. Look how fast this tower is dropping. TP's now just starting to come in, but the tower is already going to fall. One more auto attack from the bear will do it. Tower falls. Aegis is up on Lone Druid, so even if this bear dies, not a big deal. He'll get it back. And now he's actually resummoned it, going in for this Tide Hunter. They want the kill before he ravages. Will they get it is the question. Actually, a pickoff on Beastmaster in the meantime. TA now going to drop. 2 heroes down, and buyback instantly. Going to come back in this game. Melee Barracks getting pressured down. But wow, bottom lane should fall for this.
And I mean, you know, that last fight, 2 tracks up. Templar Assassin was tracked, as well as the Beastmaster, which is why they turned off that Tide Hunter. Like, let's just take the kill right here. That's going to be more advantageous for us anyway. That whole time, they leave the Morphling up in the top lane to try and get his farm. But look, even after all that, he's still 500 off of his E-Blade. He's not even going to be bursty, and that's not even really what they need right now. They need someone who's going to be able to stand up to the Bounty Hunter, who now is sitting on a Yasha, to the Lone Druid as well, who's really starting to put items together. Looks like he's going to be going for the Assault Curious, which is only going to make their push that much more vicious.
I love seeing that armor against these people who do so much physical damage. You know, the Wild Axe is a composite. TA, of course, big physical damage. Morphling as well. You know, it's going to be a good choice. Bounty Hunter actually trying to go one-on-one against his TA. No, just doing a little harassment, putting the track up so they have vision. And he's just going to farm this out in the meantime. You see the Radiant teammates kind of just lying around like, you know, not exactly sure what they're doing. They look very confused, and as they should be. You know, they're definitely in a slump here.
Yeah, now Morphling has to be careful. Looks like Bounty Hunter wants to try and see if he can catch him out, running around invisible, see if he can find any of these heroes way too far up in the lane. They aren't going to find any. Dire's team, I mean, they don't have to be pressed to do much of anything. They still have the Aegis. They can kind of take their time here. They have full control of the map, and there's still nothing that the Radiant team is going to be able to do in the foreseeable future to deal with it. I mean, we see them try to push lanes. They're trying to get the towers around the map. They're like, hey, maybe if we can put a couple of early items together for ourselves, we're going to be able to put up a fight. But so far, they just haven't been able to get even the first big item up on any of their heroes.
Here comes the pipe for Vino. That's just, oh, that's bad for Radiant, man. Just getting a pipe now for this next team fight. You know, just making it that much stronger. Getting into the base, using it preemptively too. That's the wonderful thing about pipe. You can pop it and then go in, not have to be afraid about 400 damage of magic coming out from people like Lina and the Ravage. That's going to block a lot of it.
Yeah, I mean, you consider that's going to block the entirety of Waveform, and it's going to help against the Dragon Slave and the Light Strike Array. Like, it's such a fantastic ability to have against this team, and so making it even easier for them to push in.
Push will definitely be coming now. Orange's bottoms don't know. Those are just illusions. So all of them at least grouped up instead of last fight where it wasn't even really a fight at all. The tower went down and that's when they started TPing in, but it was too little too late. And actually the shotgun going in. Wow, he almost gets shotgunned himself. He needs to be careful going so much agility. He has 150. TA getting picked off almost. He's going to go down. The Ravage actually saving him for now. No, he's going to fall. Brewmaster blinking in, ulting. Now they're going to go on to the Serac. He's going to almost fall. Morphling trying to strength more to survive, and he might just do so. In the meantime, mega kill. Tidehunter going to fall down. It looks like 2 are dead, and the rest are on retreat. Actually, Lina might go down to these Broodlings. Do they have enough damage is the question. No, they do not.
This is like, that was the perfect time, and it's like Morphling pretty much baited them into it. Vino goes ahead and pops the pipe because he was taking that damage, then goes, oh, well, heck, all of our lanes are pushing in. Let's just go. There's nothing to stop us. You know, right there you have Morphling trying to do something, and actually Brewmaster's going to jump on it. He's going to tear apart B-Boy. Lina drops right there. There's nothing Morphling can do, just gets held in place and destroyed. This is going to be in the second lane for the Dire. And almost certainly the GG. They're going to keep trying, though. They want to try and go for that Bounty Hunter, do a lot of damage to him up front. Brewmaster's still up there, though. Lands the Thunderclap. They're trying to put out some damage on that Tidehunter. Still doing a good job surviving, but another blink ahead, and Brewmaster's going to grab himself yet another kill. That's godlike for him. Now, Venomancer taking a lot of damage. He'll be forced to retreat. All these Dire heroes very low. Vino does not make it out. Templar Assassin picks up the hero. The Dire are like, okay, maybe now we'll back off. We did okay.
I guess 2 lanes in Roshan is okay.
You know, we'll take it. It's not perfect. And, you know, okay, this finishes the Aghanim Scepter for Brewmaster. Let's go ahead and go back to base and pick that up. Why don't we? Now those Brewlings, already so effective in these team fights, causing so much chaos, are going to be out longer and hitting harder.
Now, here's a reminder for everyone in the chat. This is a best of 3, but it actually is a weighted best of 3, meaning the person from the winner's bracket, in this case SpaceMonkeys, came in with a 1-game advantage. They only needed to win 1 game, but if they do proceed to lose this game, which it appears might be the case, then they actually are going to be 1-1 going into the next game. So that's going to make it all tied up, and then I think they're going to have to change their strategy a lot because, you know, going against this Flash strategy, they obviously have pretty much perfected it.
Yeah, and I mean, this is like, if you just look at the human aspect of this, man, you come into this game from the loser's bracket, and then you get destroyed. This is a 22-minute game where 2 lanes are down already. This is so demoralizing, you have to imagine, for the Radiant team, and the only thing that they have to sort of coddle them at this point is that, okay, well, this was essentially a throwaway game anyway. We still only have to win 1. Let's hope they can do it. For right now, they're still fighting the good fight. They're still trying to do what they can do. Templar Assassin right now is up in the top lane trying to secure some farm, still looking for that first item, that BKB. She is not too far off of it. 1 more creep wave should be enough for her to get that. But how much of a difference is it really going to be able to make? And is she even going to be able to get it? Now, Bounty Hunter running up is going to be able to get that track on her. There's nothing she can do. Brewmaster comes in. He is going to get on top of her. The track is going to provide that extra gold. They're doing the streak and toss. They don't have all the dots anymore to do it. The Ravage will come out. The ultimate drops on the Brewmaster. Will he get taken out? He will. And now Bounty Hunter has to be careful. But no, he's just going to turn it around. The track runs in, doing a ton of damage. And now we have to be careful. Brewmaster trying to run away from the bounty hunter. He's not going to be able to. The track comes up on him. He's just going to be able to chase him down to his death. And there you go. Triple kill. Flash DSF dominating, and that's going to be enough to provoke the GG. Awesome doesn't want to hear it, though. He's going to try and go in, see if he can pick up any other kills, but they just all turn their sights onto him, and he gets annihilated. GG indeed. The first game going to even this series up. Whoa. Yeah. Crazy.
Don't let Flash have this lineup. That is the moral of the story. I mean, God, the Leshrac, Vino, and Bounty Hunter, those three players doing so much work. The other two obviously replaceable, but just in general, just playing a strong game and letting these heroes get like a TA. You know, if being banned in other games, just letting them pick it up reminds me of like Na'Vi allowing that Naga Siren to go through, and then just like, okay, you pick that. We have a game plan against that, and we know how we're going to counter it. And sure enough, they do it very well.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, it's not even, I think, the combination at this point. I mean, you just look at how effective Vino was in that middle lane. It's up so many early kills against that Templar Assassin. She wasn't able to get off the ground. But there you go, guys. Don't worry. There's more Dota to come. Stay tuned for the very last game of the Grand Final for the Rising Star Qualifier.